Hey everybody, this is Scott. I'm just working on my 05 Ford Focus. See, it's got a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine in it. My alternator went bad, so I got me a new one and figure while I got the belt off I might as well replace it. It's kind of a difficult job. Can seem kind of intimidating, but it's not too difficult. It's just a series of steps to follow. Basically, the first thing that you really want to do is you want to remove this right here, the heat shield. And what it's got 5 7mm bolts. These it's got 3 of these and 2 of these longer ones right here. They might be rusted and they might be difficult to get off. So anyways, so first you want to remove that. Psych, I'm just kidding. There's actually a bunch more bolts than that, and they're down in there, and they're way down in there, and they're difficult to get to. So and you may want to small ratchet. I'm just using a little teeny 1/4 inch. So it's just so you know, this is not an easy job. So you will be here all day long. So have fun with that. One of the things that you're going to want to do is remove your coolant overflow, as well as your power steering reservoir. That'll just help you reach inside here from right here. It just makes it a little bit easier. Just got a little 10 mil screw right here. It's easy to get that out. And then this part has a little tab that you just gotta push in, and you can pull that up. And this one, all this has got just a little 10 mil, just right where my finger is. If you can see it, I don't know if you can. Right, like that. Anyways, so definitely remove those, just to get them out of the way, because this is big a pain in the ass already, and it'll just make it a little bit easier for you. So you can just set the coolant overflow just right here, just out of the way, and then you can move the power steering pump, get to it. Makes it a little bit easier. You may have to you're probably gonna want to remove this ground right here. Don't forget to hook it back up. Probably you can just unsnap it from here, it looks like. Anyways, now before you start, you're gonna want to disconnect your battery completely. Normal job is just have you do the negative terminal, but since you're doing the alternator, just an added step of safety. Safety first. Always safety first. Just make sure you have the proper personal protective equipment, and make sure you're just being safe. So once you pull this little bolt off, this thing will just pop right out pretty easy. I'm gonna have to pull this thing off. Or you could unbolt it right here, I suppose. Oh, that sucker doesn't want to turn, does it? That's what you get when you're working on a vehicle that was built about 12 years ago. Once I put down the camera, I was able to pull this out and put it over there. Now that you've done that, go ahead and get a good look at this and see if it's leaking or or what. Anyways, you could just put it over here. Just fit, it's nice and snug. There's your alternator way down there. Like seriously, like right here. It's like no room right here. Anyways, so you want to get down in there. So, alright. So once you get down in there, you got the generator nut right here. It's, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's right here. It takes 15 millimeter, and I rounded that bad boy pretty good trying to get that out of there. So just be careful. I used a 16 point combo wrench, but you may want to use a 12 point combo wrench. You may want to use a 6 point. Okay, now we got that off there. Now it's time to raise the vehicle and support it. Make sure you support it good. I raised it, took the wheel off. You gotta, I got the jack stand under there and the floor jack holding it up. See how freaking grooved my rotors are. I do my cheap piece of crap rotors is what they are. When I get my I do my brakes next time, I'm gonna have to get my rotors turned. So, anyways, so now we go underneath. Really, what we want to do is we want to remove the screws in the accessory drive splash shield, which is right here. This thing right here. So we're gonna pull this off. Alright, so I'm underneath the vehicle. As you can see, I'm starting to get a little bit of a leak there in between my engine and my transmission. And also my looks like front differential area too. So I'll have to work on that another time. Anyways, so to get the accessory drive splash shield, you got a 10 millimeter nut right there, or 10 millimeter screw right there, and 10 millimeter screw right there, and then this will come out. Alrighty, so now we got the splash shield out of the way. Now we want to, this is our tensioner right here. I believe it's 15 mil. Just turn that, take the belt off. If you don't have the belt diagram, it's a good idea to write it down right now before you take it off. Because if you don't, you may have a headache later. So we're going to pull the belt off real quick. Alright, we got our belt off. Now we want to examine it for excessive cracks, other wear, damage, stuff like that. Really, it doesn't look that bad, but I'm betting that it's the original belt that came with the car, so it's just a good idea to replace it. So we'll toss it and we'll put on a new one. And got a few more things to do up under here. And there's our alternator. Next, we want to remove the little 7 mil. Move the little 7 mil screw right here, so we can release the heat shield. Next, we want to remove this little bottom nut right here, bolt right here, 7 mil, just like the ones on top, so we can release the heat shield and move it out of the way. Okay, so now you want to kind of move the heat shield up out of the way, so that so you can get to the alternator. And just on the side here, this vent, there's a 13 millimeter 13 mil bolt. You just got to get out. Then we can do a few other things. We also want to take this bolt right here from this. Whoops! If I can hold on to my camera. This right here. Just take this off this bolt out right here. It's just a 13 millimeter. And that way we can push the engine toward the front of the car, engine and transmission. So that way we're able to actually get the alternator out through here, because there's not enough room otherwise. So there's not very much room here. There's only, 4 or 5 inches. So now you want to release the 2 tabs on the sides of this right here, so you can pull the air tube out, so you can get out of the way. You got a nut, or a bolt right here on this part of the air. You don't want to release that because it'll make it harder for you to get out. You also want to remove this here, this bottom mount. Also a good idea to check the bushings and stuff on that. But you want to remove this so that the engine you can move the engine forward, engine and transmission forward, so that you can get the alternator out through here. And then we're done with that. Then we want to release our cables. So we want to take those out. Then we release the 2, so we can actually pull the alternator off. All right. So now we want to get the 2 studs off. Disconnected our B plus. We also got these wires right here, and this little shield right here on the side of it. So, or this little vent, I should say. We want to leave that on for a second, and then we're going to take these bolts off, get the stud off, and then we can take this off, and then we can take that the wiring harness, pull that out, and get a little bit better shot at it. Well, in order to get it out of there, like I said, you just gotta move the bolt on that lower mount, and then you just gotta kind of push the engine out of the way, and then you can pull it down out of there. It's kind of it's not too difficult. I mean, you're ready to put your new one back in, and then pretty much just reverse the process. About 6 hours. But that was taking a few breaks in between and stuff. So it's not super difficult. It just takes a while to do. Just make sure when you put everything back together that you're torquing it down to the right specification. If you don't know what that is, I suggest looking it up on Google. And when you put it back together, so when I got it back together, I got everything going, and my car's running good now, and charging the battery like it should. So anyways, go ahead and leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching.